What's up, YouTube? It's nice to see you again. As you can see, the lamp here is doing some Psy-trance dance. I guess it's because it's colder than usual. 7 degrees of Celsius. I have no idea what that's in Fahrenheit. Maybe some, I don't know, 32. Just a guess. If that is the right guess, write it in the comments. And if not, please write the correct temperature. Yeah, feeling a little dizzy from yesterday. I had some pretty bad food poisoning. I'm ashamed to say that we tried to make a recipe from TikTok. What would I expect, you know? Seemed like a pretty easy one, but I don't know. I just did not take it too well. But it was delicious. Except that I felt really terrible and threw up all night. Not really all night, but you know, the night is ruined and you cannot rest, and the whole day next is ruined. So yeah, today I'm almost 100%. So that is going pretty neat. I'm super excited to get back into the shop, especially as the Copa knives are almost done. I have already sent out a sample of the sheets to the sheet guy to make a few more because I'm a few short. So I hope he makes them in a timely fashion. Super excited as they are super high quality. And yeah, I cannot even start to think about getting into the leather game. And I don't like working with leather because it's flimsy. I like to work with metal and synthetics and hardwood. So, so yeah, you know. Today we will grind more Angus blades. I will prepare a few orders. I got a few orders over the weekend, so I will take you along and show you how I put on the paracord and double check the quality and blah 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 blah. You will see that, and then we will go and grind a new batch because I'm almost out of stock. And maybe this week I will get in stock more Ulticlips 2.2 slims. So super excited for that, and I hopefully get that carbide platen this week. So excited. And after these Angus blades are ground, I guess we will go on and finally start working on Varnas. Varnas, my boy. I don't see the knife blank anywhere, but yeah, we will work on that finally because I am even more excited to work on the next knife after Varnas because it will be a smaller EDC type of knife. And while driving here, I wasn't listening to Alchemy because Lean Manufacturing, or Lean Build I think it's called, podcast comes out every week, so I was listening to that. And I will continue to listen to the book in other days, especially because I'm feeling so tired and a little bit dizzy today. I need more focus for that book, as it's so good. I will stop shilling it. Okay, I promise. Not really, but we'll see. And yeah, so we'll grind today, and hopefully I can finish like 20 blades in Angus today, so I can bring them to the lasering place. Maybe you can hear the fireplace is already roaring. And I think I will bring you along in the sheet making process, or maybe not, because I have such a nice flow of doing one thing and another. So maybe I will just holistically, you know, just show you what I would do, and instead of just doing time lapses of how I do it, because it's not really interesting to watch if I don't bring you in a closer look. That just looks like a guy in time lapse walking between one station to another, to another, to another. So, you'll see. And yeah. Oh, the big news. Oh, it's almost 5 minutes in, but the big news, I will be tasting a new taste of Monster in the next cut, most probably. And I am very excited. I'm very excited for that. Yeah, because the best Monster taste, of course, is the white Monster. It's the best. And I am not stepping on anybody's energetic drink territories. Please, Red Bull sponsor Martin Huber. He's a great guy. He has smelly fingers though. but sponsor him. I will be just doing a tasting of that, and we will see how that goes. But I'm very excited. I think I know. I was hoping for this taste to come, so we will see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Talk to you later when I get changed, do the other stuff, and we are ready to start working today. Welcome back to the show. Welcome to the regular programming of unregular products. Today, as I mentioned, I will taste a new taste of Monster Energy drink. I would also like to get sponsored by it, like taking hints from Martin Hoover, but I'm not drinking this every day anymore because it's expensive. It tastes good, but it's not an everyday drink. Now, it's a new taste. It's a zero sugar Monster Energy drink. And those Monster Energy connoisseurs, those who know all of the sugar-free Monster Energy Ultras, they have this sign in shiny, like a metallic color. Not in any color at all, but in metallic. And this one is a little bit different. We have some exceptions to that. I think like some juiced monsters don't also have shiny, but for a time being, this was a telltale sign that the Monster Energy drink was sugarless, sugar-free. And this has a very nice cap. I hope this tastes like a regular Monster just without sugar, but we'll see. And the cap, the green, everything, it just looks nice. It's a very nice packaging, and as a business owner, you should you can take hints from a very nice packaging that looks just nice and fits my color scheme. What I do, I always do the bong 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 thing before I drink anything in a can that has bubbles inside, because I guess I have almost never have it overflow. Hope I don't speak too early and don't jinx it, because I feel like it agitates the bubbles on the sides, moves them up, and it does not create a foam that is foaming. So let's see. Perfection. Smells like regular Monster. Now my first gripe would be like when they put artificial sweeteners. I have already saliva in my mouth. when they put artificial sweeteners, they become not tasty. Like what's sour? Not sour. Bitter. They become bitter. You have a bitter aftertaste. So let's see. The smell, it's like OG. It's good. It's good. It tastes just like regular Monster with sugar. You can feel the bitterness just a tiny bit. You cannot compare it to like Red Bull Zero that has a lot of bitter taste. And the different thing is, like in Red Bull, in Zero Red Bull, you feel the bitterness at the very end of the taste, at the end back end of the notes. And this one you feel it like in the first quarter, not the very start, maybe the second quarter of the tasting. It feels super sweet. Has just a tiny little bit less bite than original Monster. It's so good. It's very good. My favorite is still Monster White, Walter White, Monster White. But I would rate it 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's just great. It's just great. It's just a sugarless package of the original taste. Tastes wonderfully, especially if you are a candy freak and you love everything sweet. Super little bitter aftertaste. Highly recommend. So I will check this, and we will be back to the regular knife making programming up next. Hey, welcome back to the normal programming. A quick tip. I am using some of my end mills, and my work holding consists of having like double-sided tape, and that double-sided tape really tends to clog these end mills, especially the one flutes, because they need to be clean, to have a clean aluminum cut. Also, I use these ball end mills, and they also clog, and the clogging like can manifest in burnt material, not adequate chip removal, and it just rubs. And the rubbing, you can clearly see the rubbing on handle materials. And this was made with a clean end mill, and you can see it's just off the CNC, and it's such a nice finish. Also, I will polish it up, but it looks great. It looks really, really great. And it doesn't look great when you use clogged end mills. And I just found out a great way to clean those is to use ultrasonic cleaner. I used to use it to clean my knives. So like acetone leaves a lot of streaking, where I do this finish where the bevel is shiny, and you want to be shiny without any fingerprints. I used to use acetone, but you clean it, and when it dries off, evaporates, there are still some streaks. So I used to use the ultrasonic cleaner, but it's not really feasible. It's not very efficient, and I moved to using Ajax. If maybe it's Windex in the States, is the blue liquid. It works perfectly. If you are a front-end developer or a web developer, Ajax means totally different thing to you. But it's a window cleaner, and it's great. It does not evaporate super quickly. It's perfect to remove fingerprints, but if you have any marker spots or any residue, I would use acetone, and then I would remove the streaking with this one, and it works wonderfully. Mwah. And now the ultrasonic is just sitting there, and I thought, maybe I should clean up some end mills, especially this corn end mill. It's clogging super quickly with some non-synthetic materials, especially the ironwood. I guess I need to dial in my feeds and speeds, but it's just a roughing one, so I can do it. It's fine, and it does not affect the end quality. But if I want to preserve this end mill and not break it, I should adjust the feeds and speeds, or I can use two and just throw one in the cleaner, because the feeds and speeds won't affect. If it gets a little bit snagged on the sticky tape, it will clog either way. So it's an easy bandage solution just to put it in the sonic cleaner. I use I'm a basic bitch to use a basic cleaner, and it works super well. I cleaned one of those one flutes, super small. It works great. It's so shiny again, and it doesn't feel any stick. So the aluminum chips will be removed super easily. So that's tip. And this looks just great. So I will hit it, I will buff it, and thank you Vaidotas for the order. This will go to you. And then we will get back to grinding Angus blades. I couldn't do another shot. Like, it looks so good when it's polished. Like before, it looked great, but now, it looks like amber, like you can see these shiny amber spots inside, the great contrast, and just look how it nicely flows into the back. It's just, man, it's just so nice. It's so beautiful. I love the polished look. It's so good. And I love the efficiency that I am gaining with the polishing. I have shortened my time in polishing significantly, like 3 times, 4 times. And by doing it more, it gets just better and better. Just look at that. It looks... I love it. And it's like really easy to touch up if anything goes wrong. So yeah, just wanted to bring you in. And now we will go and do some grinding. I have multiples. These are the Neo scale. These will be the select ones. awesome, awesome. And I will add more of the regular ones, and there will be 4 different where I need to adjust the angles a little bit. 2 will be in LMAX and 2 will be in M390. Of course, this will be more expensive, but the material is much more expensive and harder to grind. And I need to outsource the heat treatment, but that's just lovely to have some super high-end steels. So yeah, this up next. Yeah, jumping back, I just wanted to check in with the anvils. They have been cleaning for 1 cycle for 30 minutes at 40 degrees. And these look pretty nice. I had this for a couple of years already, and it machined a lot of aluminum, and it still looks great, cuts great. Maybe a little bit worn, but this one also looks great. No clogging, no nothing. And it doesn't really matter that it takes like 30 minutes. It's again a passive process that I can do in the background while I am grinding blades or anything. So, and these are pretty cheap, but you know, saving dollars, saving euros, saving cents, and that's fine. And I love how these are coming out, as I previously used just acetone and a brush, and that's a manual process, which kind of sucks, you know, because you have to stand there and do it. And now I can do it passively, so yay for that. Well, I had to set up my grinder before I do all of the sandblasting for these, and I am pretty happy how these, wow, these shiny bevels. I love how these are turning out. Still cleanup of this smudge left. As I said, I will do first acetone and then I'll do the Ajax. And just look how shiny the bevel is. It's very nice a la mirror polish, but not really. It's very dirty with some scratch marks, as you can see. It's around 600 grit. And even if you look really, really closely, you can see some carbide banding, I guess. My buddy guesses that it's from the nitrogen, that it's in N690. Because you cannot see this in ABL, but you can see it in 14C28N, Sandvik's alternative with added nitrogen. Here you can see it near the edge. It looks pretty interesting. So I got a lot of these to grind. 23 in total, I think. I hope I will manage them today, and I'll bring you along when they are. I don't know actually how much of the process I really want to show, because it's not that interesting, as I will have to sandblast all of these, and the same box will be not sandblasted, and it's not really interesting to watch what's in here. So I'll guess I'll just skip around and we'll see how that goes, but I expect for this process to go super smoothly. And I know I forgot to film how I finish up some of the orders, because I got few of orders of Angus, but it's just me tying a knot, you know, standing here and doing all of the work that needs to be done. So hope for smooth sailing and a uneventful, I guess, episode. Yeah, great Monday. Hello. Let's talk a little. It's the end of the day, and I feel like I have a squeaky chair and I haven't accomplished anything. Like, it's the end of the day and I decided to pivot in the middle of the day to do something, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I feel exactly like that. I feel like I've done only a tad bit of one thing, a tad bit of the other thing, and I haven't completed anything of bigger value, at least till the end. So what I did, well, I was wanting to go and grind these Angus blades. I figured that I first need to sandblast those, and while I'm sandblasting those, I can machine some stuff. And I figured that with the release of Varnas, I only added one picture with one handle type without any sheath, and I wanted to add more pictures with the different handles to show off how different it can look. And also I made it with a sandblasted handle. And with the last issue of Copas, I figured I really like the polished look. So I figured I need to handle multiple sets, prepare some materials, and while these are machining, because the final operation of machining takes around half an hour, with multiple operations before that need attendance, so it can run unattended for half an hour. I can do other stuff, but also in that half an hour I want to polish out these handles so I have everything finished out. So sandblasting the Angus scalpels went to like second priority, but I know they need to be high priority. I really like how these are coming out when they are blasted. This is the first one that is ground. I still need to shiny up the bevel, and these are not ground yet, so I have a full box of these that need to be ground. And I am really loving the sandblast finish that I am getting, because I am doing it in 2 steps with 2 different medias, and I feel like the white corundum is doing, it's making the surface very nice, but it's making it too rough. The second operation is really just to make it nice, and it makes it so creamy and so smooth to the touch. I really dig it, really like it. And also I sandblasted 2 in M390, measured the HRC, it's between 61 and 62, and I have 2 in LMAX. Of course they are thinner stock, they are 2.5 millimeters, not 3 millimeters like N690. And the LMAX is at 62, so I got that going for myself. I will also need to do, the grinding jig needs some alterations for the high-end particle metallurgy steel ones, because they are thinner, so the angle, and I need the angle would change, and I need to machine new angle sets. And I think tomorrow I will do a more in-depth view on my grinding setup that I have. And I need to put on some WD-40 on that chair, I think. And yeah, that would be more interesting, because today it was only Monster Energy drink review and only talk about what I need to get done. But that's the reality, I guess. No, not everything is lightning and blowjobs, no. And oh yeah, so the handle materials, I have some few here. I will have for Varnas this black canvas micarta. I will just do a sneak peek. Black, a brown one. I really dig how the brown one looks on the knife. It gives this kind of classy, fancy look. I don't know. Some people don't like it. I like it. I like it. It's nice. I have a olive one. Nice olive one. Also from Emil. I have a coyote. This one I like because it shows the 3D contouring. It's really nice. And of course, ironwood. This one got a little bit more texture to it, but Jesus Christ, I love this. And such a nice material to work with, and it polishes up so nicely. And yeah, basically I feel unproductive. I feel terrible. I feel like poo poo. Feel terrible. But I think I wanted just to share that because, as I said, not all days are great days. And what I will do is basically I'm trying to think in bigger picture, you know? If I take these nice pictures with these nice handle materials, put them in the shop, price them differently because of course they need to be priced differently because these materials, some have liners and they are added cost, the material is more expensive, added labor with gluing up and positioning and etc. So these, some come out above the base price. So if I work on these first, I can have, like, I put those pictures and add those as product knives pre-orders on my website. This would open up like people who come, the traffic who comes there, they would see those and it would show them that it is possible to, that the price, there is price difference, there are different materials available, the knife can have different looks and maybe it's more suited to you and maybe it's look more appealing. And after those pictures are taken and those products are posted, this is passive. I'm not involved at all until somebody orders one. And I think this is much better time allocated than trying to working on a high priority on restocking a product that is already is on the website, and but I'm not fully out of stock. So I think I did the right choice with pivoting today. I feel bad as a technician, because technicians always, there will be always be more work to be done, as in the E-Myth revised book they say. Is if you have small business and you haven't read that book, I highly recommend it. Everyone in a small business needs to be a technician, a manager, and a entrepreneur. So the technician does the technical work, and basically I feel bad as a technician because I did not complete fully, like I did not ground all of these Angus blades, I did not complete all of these handle scales. I have still 2 sets to do, but I will do them tomorrow. But I think as an entrepreneur, I worked in the correct big picture way that would allow this business to grow in a more scalable way than just, oh, I made a knife very efficiently and that's nice, but there are a few in stock and it does not really change the interaction with the audience that sees my knives. So yeah, I know. You have to deal with it. I have to deal with it. And it seems simple from like outside standpoint. It's just make more knives and sell those knives, like easy to sell. But no, there are a lot of things that you need to manage every day, to think about. It's not just come in, boom, 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 bingo, bongo, bango, you finish out knives, put them on the website, and that's done. Like I have to think about product cycles, about what next knives I want to release, at what order I want to release those, what would be the most efficient way to release those, and yada, yada, yada. So I'm just bringing you all along, you know? I guess today's episode will be a talkative one. I can show you the 2 orders that are going out, at least something. This is somehow it looks pink or salmonish. I guess it's the white balance or something, but I really like this paracord. And both are going to USA. This is a Angus with orange paracord that is just sandblasted with a shiny bevel. And the next one is an interesting choice, I think. It's the Neo scale, but with a black paracord. So I would have went with like a more colorful to go with these colors, but the person chose what he chose. So these will be packaged today and shipped out tomorrow. So maybe I will take you along. And again, today, wonderful orange Omniva parcel machine. And we'll see. We'll see how I'll feel in the morning. Maybe I will be too groggy and don't want to talk with the camera. But yeah. It feels better to have this off my chest, you know. Thank you for listening. It feels much better. It feels better like saying out loud, because inside you feel like you could have done much more, and the day and the time of day is like sand slipping through your fingers, and it's like, oh, it's just fucking gone, it's gone, and I cannot get it back. And what I have accomplished today, I don't know how I made it, the business bigger, how I made it better, or at least sustainable in my case. I have no idea, but yeah. So thank you everybody who's joining me on this journey. Thank you for listening or looking or watching at least this till the very end. I'm sorry, maybe this is not the most interesting episode. If you want to see something particular, like I'll cover this, how you do that, blah 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 blah, something like how I do handles, how I do blades, how I grind them, what belt progression do I use, or whatever you want, please send me a DM or write it in the comments. I read the comments and I would try and just cover that topic. So yeah, so I'll leave you with that. Don't have smelly fingers. Wipe hard and strong and a lot, especially you, Martin Huber. So yeah, don't have smelly fingers, my lads and ladettes. I guess. Okay, that's enough for today. I need to go home to my beautiful fiance, and she's making pasta with chicken pieces, and that's the onion. It's beautiful. Look, she did it yesterday, and it was the most delicious pasta I have ever eaten. And the pasta itself is super cheap. Like for a packet, it's like 60 something cents of euros. Pesos, Lithuanian pesos, but it's so good, so delicious. Okay, I really need to go. See you soon. Bye bye. Iki, likit sveiki. Tschüss.